What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. Want to thank my sponsor, Steel Supplements. Link and discount code down the description. Also, you guys know I'm a Weeble preferred Flubitzer, and I've talked about it all this month. Best promotion they have right now. This time last month, if you wanted the free fractional shares, it was a minimum of $100 deposit to qualify for them. So the same exact option is available now, except it is deposit any amount. A single dollar is going to get you the same promotion that last month someone would had to have deposited $100 to get. No reason you shouldn't take advantage of it. Great way to support my channel. Just takes a couple minutes, and of course $1, which I'm sure that you have. At least I hope that you do. Click the link in the pinned comment. I would appreciate it. And I also want to appreciate a channel that doesn't get enough love, in my opinion, in our community, and that is Shady Mike Gaming. He's been covering the mods that have came out for Madden 24 on the PC. Now, interesting, most of you probably know that Madden is built on a dev kit, which is essentially a PC, but this was the first year that Madden went to PC with next gen. So those modders have been busy putting things like tattoos in the game, and I understand that people are going to say, well, there's licensing issues with this, the NFL doesn't allow it, all these things. The reality is this. There are players fighting in Madden right now, punching each other in the face after play. So please don't sit there and tell me that all of a sudden there's an issue with tattoos. Even if there is, we're going to discuss other things with these mods that have no impact, that EA just simply too lazy or doesn't want to listen to the community. Because understand, this is the community that's asking for this. This is the community that's doing it. When you see Justin Fields here wearing his chain and cross, that is a player likeness issue that we've asked for Madden to put in, right? It's a small detail, but it goes a long way as far as immersion. So the same community responses that maybe you can say can't put in these neck tattoos, right, should also be receptive towards the other things that we want within a game. As a matter of fact, haven't we seen players have their chains get broken during the course of a game? But when you look at this overall, no matter what the issue is that EA wants to project, it's so much more complete a representation of a player when you look at it this way. The tattoos, the visors, the jewelry, this is simulating the player on the field and then thus creating a better experience. I say it's one of the best for last year because let me tell you something. When you see Tyreek Hill in a moment and he has his 10 chain on, his red visor, and that white on white uniform, to me, that makes me want to go play a game. I mean, that's just an incredible replica of an actual player on field. And that's what we want. We want to feel like we're playing with these players, not just anyone. So I know some will say, well, the visors, the kind of things they can't do this year. The tattoos, the kind of things that they can't do. Let's talk about things that, again, community request, now community made, that we've asked to be brought into the game, and quite frankly, we just never see it time and time and time again. I do also just want to show you one of the iridescent visors here that they have on the Ravens uniforms to just show the quality they put into these mods is second to none, and honestly, that's why when I start these videos and I say you need to go over to his channel and watch these in action, I don't just want to take his content. You really need to see how great these look in movement, not just in a still frame. To me, when you look at even this example, Kelly Green with a green visor, it just makes the game more fun. When you look at what they do in terms of the socks, tell me that EA Sports can't go in and put the proper player socks in this game. We've asked for years for something as small as just the scrunched socks that players wear all the time. Variations in the sock height is something that they did before, and a lot of people sat there and said it's a nitpick. No one's complained. I want you to understand this. No one's complained that they put this in the game. I don't see anyone complaining, but we do ask for more variation. They have whole different mods that vary cleats, gloves, socks, so that all the players look different and unique. They also have a mod to put the old NCAA camera in, which a lot of people love because it gave you such a great perspective of the field. Now, there's nothing stopping EA from doing this. Why can't they run a classic camera on their actual game and give us the option as a gamer to select that? Is it a licensing issue? No. Is it anything other than just them not wanting to put in the work? Yes. Now, listen, licensing issue, I'll side with you. Here's one, okay? They go in, now they have mods to run all, not changing the scoreboard, but changing all the other overlays. Now, I understand that we can't have CBS, we can't have Fox, but at the same time, this is the year we first saw, despite having a license for years, EA put ESPN back in the game. But how did they do it? The laziest way possible, right? They went in and have a Twitter feed now that shows ESPN. That's not what we're asking for. We want true integration where games, announcers, presentation, things look and feel different when you're playing or watching the game. And to parlay that into watching the game, they've done great broadcast camera angles here that go out and show a lot more of the ambiance on the field from the huddle. These are things that we've asked EA to do instead of just the same boring, repetitive cutscenes that we constantly get tired of seeing over and over. Once you've seen them once, you've seen them continually, right? We've all been there that after you play the game for the first 2 hours, whatever luster it had has quickly worn off. And then all of a sudden we're right back to the same issues where everything feels boring and repetitive and just a stale gameplay experience. I understand a lot of people don't play CPU versus CPU, but if we have the option to have angles like this constantly in the game, maybe you would open that up for where more people would want to explore other game modes. But to me, EA doesn't want you exploring other game modes unless it's titled Madden Ultimate Team and has a whole bunch of price tags associated with it. So that's why all your loading screens always seem to funnel to Madden Ultimate Team. Now, one of the last things I want to talk about, and again, this isn't licensing, this is just doing it right. Throwback logos on the field, throwback end zones, getting proper uniforms. Who cares if it isn't accurate to this moment, right? What if I want to go back and play with older players, older teams, and I don't want to use Madden Ultimate Team to do it? I should have accessibility to everything that happened in the NFL from 2023 back. Even if I want to play before the merger, I should have that capacity. That's what we want. But instead, we kind of get spoon-fed little aspects of football. Here's a little nugget of football. Here's another little nugget. Every year, we get these little nuggets of football, but what we've asked for is a complete product. And it's clear to me that the game is capable of doing it, right? We look at this. Tattoos, jewelry, visors, field likeness, player likeness, overlays for different broadcasts. The game isn't the restriction, right? The community is now proving to us that it's not. It's EA that's the restriction. They're finding ways to not provide us the game that we want, and they're using the NFL as a reason to excuse away why they can't provide the product that we've been asking for. When other games have done it in the past, they've done things that, in my opinion, are maybe more risque than tattoos and jewelry by having fights on the field, and yet here we are continually, every year, a month, 2 months after the release, begging for EA Sports to give us the best game possible because they didn't when it released. And it's very good to see people in the community taking the time of their free time to go out and make the game better because the people that get paid to do it can't seem to do that. Love to know your thoughts on this. Appreciate you watching this video. You know I will be back in the week with more commentary.